drink on Tuesday. So I'm excited to be here on a Tuesday drinking beer. We have sound now. I'm excited, and I want to bring the fourth member of the quarantine in right now, Queen Rachel. How are you? Queen Rachel, everybody.
You know what day it's not? It's not May 4th. I thought it was May 4th, and I showed up, and it's not. It's not May 4th. So my
keep them. All right, or don't.
No. But I don't know if we want to do this now, but I received a package from a Mr. Ben Glebe, and we want to should I open it?
I would open it, yes.
That you should. This is something from Carmel and me, just to show our love for you.
God. It says, Queen Rachel, here's something to keep your tortilla shoulders warm. Love, Ben and Carmel. With Jewish wrapping paper.
Of course.
Thanks for that. All right, let's see.
Oh my
it's
God.
A tortilla blanket.
Yes.
That is amazing. Nicely done, Ben.
Ben, oh, that's hysterical. Thank you so much. Oh.
You're very welcome.
I'm gonna
Aired in
this
good,
over.
delicious warmth.
Now I'm yeah, there we go.
Yeah. By the way, Bowers, that blanket made of stitched together hot dogs, it's on its way to you right now. Just a heads up.
This was also a blanket at one time. This coat started as a blanket, and then I coated it up. So
no, even a hotel bedspread wouldn't be like that. That is way too.
Yeah, Vegas hotels got that blanket and said, "Yeah, this is a bit much for us. Let's see if Bowers wants it."
They shipped it to a very rich man in Abu Dhabi, and he was still like, no, this isn't.
There's a reason I don't have black lights in my house. Anyway, we're gonna get to the game from overnight. Was great. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's hashtag Fruit of Phrase SDSC game, SDSC game. There were so many great ones. There were 25 I loved.
Fruit of Phrase, love it.
Fruit of Phrase from yesterday. So Ashley Jean had seriously Goji fuck yourself. I like that one. Dean McQueen had I feel the need for seeds. And which I thought was great. And then Jeremy Day, the Punisher, had two I really liked. Be afraid, be very afraid. And then since yesterday was Star Wars Day, the 4th, May 4th, it said, no, try not. Honey do or honey don't. There is no try. I thought that one was great as well.
I actually enjoyed, my favorite one was from Deanie McQueen, which is keep your friends close, but your elderberries closer. Very deep fruit reference. Very, very deep cut with elderberries. So much appreciated. By the way, I don't know if you know this, elderberry is a grape. It is not. It is not a grape.
And a grape is a berry, but not an elderberry. It's confusing. We're going to draw a chart for you guys. Also, I want to make it clear that a moment ago when I turned over my YOLO Solo Cup accidentally, I just spilled all over my floor a bunch of silly string that is still in there. So that's not great.
Yeah, that's what I would have assumed was in there. So
Thank
perfect.
You so much. I'll just use my Detroit playing cards to clean it up.
Yeah. What's the game today?
We have a very exciting game for all of you to play today here on the SDSC live game. What we're gonna do, people like when we quarantine stuff. You know, people seem to enjoy when we do quarantine puns. And today is one of those days. Since we have a great celebrity here as our guest, who you'll meet in a moment. Today we are quarantining a celebrity. Quarantine a celebrity. A great example would be one that I'm going to put Steve and Bowers on the spot to give you examples of.
Courtney Love would love to go outside. How about that? Courtney would love to go outside.
Courtney Love would love to go outside.
Hey,
how about that?
I'm not in charge. Notice I never play. I'm not good at this game.
About
That's totally fair.
Or you could just do Kurt. This quarantine is the bane is the Cobain of my existence. I fucked that one up too.
See? There we go. This is not as easy as you motherfuckers think, is it?
Also, by the way, if you just say the game is quarantine a celebrity, it sounds like we're just supposed to go find a celebrity and then quarantine them.
Yes, this is actually AKA the Tom Hanks game.
Yeah.
I also love how Bowers, when I put him on the spot unfairly to come up with one, he turned into the Cash Me Outside girl. He was like, how about Courtney Love to go outside? How about that?
Yes, that's what I went to exactly.
Yeah.
I was channeling
right.
that. I'm like, I'm going to be that Catch Me Outside girl because that's so relevant. Right
and
now.
Here's a good example. Here's a good
you can't
example.
catch anyone outside. That guy's having the worst time right now. You can't go outside. If you're the Catch Me Outside girl and you can't go outside, God, that's got to suck.
You can't do anything. She's just like, catch me inside. Catch me inside. Be like, it's not as good. It's just not as good.
Not as good.
Yeah, how about that? By the way, a great example from our tech Tailor is Elijah would not leave his home. So there are some really great ones. Feel free to play along as always. Throw in $5 for yours to count toward the prize, or just play and submit it. You can do it in lots of different ways, including with our live video audience, which we will introduce in a second.
Can I just tell you really briefly what just went through my head when you said your Elijah Wood pun game entry? I thought to myself, I almost said, "Oh, Elijah Wood doesn't leave the house normally," and then I thought, wait a minute, wasn't he in all of the Lord of the Rings movies? Elijah Wood has so much better of a career than me. Shit, I wish I was Elijah Wood.
and by the way, that's a perfect example of a Ben pun game entry. Like, so
that entire thing.
Yep, Tom Cruise would not be great to go hang out with right now on account of being quarantined for long periods on the cruise. That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, if you want to lose the game, that's a great example of an entry. Like if you want to put one in that has no shot of winning, just quote that one. Yeah,
Thank
perfect.
you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
YOLO Han Solo.
Yeah, that's not a real person. All right, we're getting there though. We're getting there.
That's a great point. Listen, I want you guys to know that I am not too big a man to admit when I'm wrong, and it'll happen one of these days.
Yeah, we'll get there. That's important. We'll get there. All right, let's introduce our celebrity.
I love it. I am very excited to introduce this woman who is one of my dearest friends in the world, but also one of the more talented actresses you will see. She is one of the stars for the last many seasons, I believe 4 seasons, of a show that just ended its run on Sci-Fi. It's a show that is beloved by so many. It's called The Magicians, and she plays Katie. Please give a warm SDSC welcome to Jade Tailor, everybody.
Jade Tailor.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello, Jade.
Hello.
Quick question.
It's been 5 years, but that's okay.
It was 5. In my head, I thought it was 4 or 5, and I thought you better say 4.
Well, technically, it's 4 on Netflix and 5 on Sci-Fi because Netflix hasn't aired it yet. So you were kind of right.
Thank
I'll
you.
give you that. You're welcome.
Watching Netflix. Plus, I don't count the last year of human history as anything.
Oh no, totally. Wait, do I get to play the game too? I have one.
Hell yeah,
you do. But wait. But we don't want to do them before the contest entries because we don't want to take them from people who are entering. So, but there will be plenty of time for that, we promise. Great. But I have a question.
Hold on to it. Yes.
Is that Ben? Is your friendship with Jade how you learned magic?
That is correct. I learned magic just from being around Jade. She emanates a vibe. And she's kind of an old soul, so even though she seems very youthful and young, when you hang out with her, it kind of feels like you're hanging out with a vintage lady.
Yes, I'm really an old lady. It's just a lot of Botox, you know.
Right.
I really am an old lady.
Yeah, I'm not sure you should ever call a woman a vintage. I'm not sure you should call a woman a vintage lady ever, Ben. I don't think they like that. Even when they're vintage, that's a terrible way to say it. No, that's my friend, a vintage lady.
They could be running a vintage clothing store. Like their store could be called Vintage Ladies, and you still shouldn't. You still know.
It's like guessing if a woman's pregnant. Just don't ever do it, ever.
Oh, that's happened to me a couple times.
Really?
What?
You guessed or you've been guessed at?
And let me. I'll just emphasize. I've never been pregnant, so wasn't too pleased with that comment.
No, I can't. Who would have thought? Okay, well.
Yeah. I got it a couple times actually. A stewardess once asked me if I was pregnant, and then I tried
you
to
were
use
just
that
drinking too much. That's why.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah. So can I go into first class because I need to leave the plane quickly to get to the doctor. Like I just tried to.
Had you been eating a lot? What made them think that? Were you just resting and your pants unbuckled?
get a pooch. You know, you eat a little much. It just happens. It's normal.
Yep.
Don't tell me you haven't had it.
Well,
I once did that
in my life.
I once did that to someone just to get revenge on someone. There was a very, very like skinny woman who was a total asshole to a friend of mine at a bar. And like this is someone who clearly prided herself on that look. And so she didn't know that I was friends with him. So after she was an asshole to him, I just walked over to her and I was like, "Oh my God, what a blessing. When's it due?" Just to...
As a person who gets mistaken for pregnant 4 or 5 times a week, that is not cool, Steve. That is not a cool thing. It sucks every time. Even if you look like a dude and have a beard, they're still like, nah, something's going on.
I mean, Bowers wishes he was pregnant just so he could tell everybody, "I've got a bun in the oven."
Any kind of carb, I'm in. I don't care where it is.
That's right.
All right, let's introduce the comics.
All right, so we have 2 great comics today. I think they're both in. Eddie will be here in a second if he's not. But first, we have Jen Murphy. Is amazing. Let's say hello, Jen. Jen Murphy.
Jen Murphy.
Hi.
Woo.
I got to start my video. Am I on there? Hi.
Yes,
my
there
name is
you
Jen
are.
Murphy. And I am bloated.
All right, Jen Murphy. And is Eddie in yet? I don't know if Eddie's here.
Yeah, Eddie's here.
Eddie Ifft is here. All right, Eddie Ifft. How are you?
Wait, he's muted.
Oh, we'll get him.
All right.
Eddie Ifft. How you doing, bud?
Now we can't tell if he's muted or not.
And he's frozen.
Oh, Eddie, I think your signal is not great.
Says I'm unstable.
It's well, yeah, but also your signal is not great.
No, I think he's just
Hey,
still. I think he's just being still. All right,
Yeah.
Steve, introduce our audience so we can get this show rolling.
All right. As always, we are very, very happy to have our audience with us. If you want to join us on the front row in a future show, you can do so at laughfromhome.com. So, audience, turn on your cameras. Let's say hello to Tony, to Jessica, to Dina, to Crashers, to Becca, to Allison. I think we caught up with everybody. Thanks for coming, everybody. We're happy to see you, and throw them cameras on. Excellent.
Yes, and we love having you here because, as America knows, oh, look at that hot dog Bowers right there. Beautifully done.
Oh my God.
Screws for arms. That is
I love that.
I've been screwing my arms for years, so this makes sense.
But that's also
This is,
the time that Bowers has been screwed.
Yeah, this is my favorite part about that is also the arms are uneven, which is just an extra little touch. That's not like for authenticity. That's just for fun.
Definitely the most definition my arms ever had, but okay, there we go.
Yeah, we need a very shiny jacket on those. Although I guess the arms are silver, so that makes sense.
You ladies want tickets to the Screw Show?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That is taken out of context.
This show has become so popular with people creating their very own at-home hot dog Bowers. I'm starting to feel bad about the wasted food.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to eat the hot dog at the end. I mean, just take the screw
Jade,
out.
are you
Also-
a hot dog eater? Do you enjoy a hot dog once in a while?
Oh, he's muted.
Jade?
No.
Oh, are you talking to me?
I was asking Jade Tailor.
Oh.
Are you a hot
Hot
dog
dog,
eater, Jade?
I mean, you know, you mean like a real hot
This is
dog?
not a metaphor. This is not a metaphor. He's asking about actual
Like the
hot
thing that
dogs.
Okay, got yeah. You know, I mean, Dodger dogs. I'm from LA. Gotta have
Dodger
one every
dog.
now and then.
Love it.
Yes.
Do you have an actual
Yeah.
dog? Do you have an actual dog with you, Jade? Our fans love dogs.
I do. This is my
Oh, look at that little
Look how cute he
guy.
is. Oh, he's so
Yeah.
cute. His name's
That is-
Ducky.
Ducky?
Yeah, I have a cat named Puppy and a dog named Ducky. And I'm just gonna keep going with that theme. Next
I like
one, I
it.
think will be Bird, maybe Bunny. I don't know. We'll see.
That's incredible.
If you're ever in a rush, it seems like it would be confusing. And your cat, notoriously on your social media, if you follow
Yeah.
at Jade Tailor, your cat is often perched on your back.
Yeah, he thinks he's a bird. He thinks he's a bird. It's pretty strange.
Well, his name's Puppy, so he's going to be confused. That's not all his fault. He's like,
no, it's definitely not.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I thought it was a cat turning on a puppy. I mean, that's got to be tough on him.
I'll be honest, I already forgot which animal was which and named what because of those confusing names. Like, I had no idea.
Well, it's okay, though. I mean, we can relate because our show is hosted by an egg named Steve, a hot dog named Bowers, a string cheese named Glebe, and a tortilla named Rachel. So we get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the way,
we're all
to
confused.
the people who have not been on the show before, very confusing.
I love that inside reference that no one gets. But yeah, that's good. All right. Do we have any super chats coming in, Rachel? How are we doing? We got anything coming in?
We do. We've got one Venmo from Dana from Z Bunster, $40, and said, "Hey everyone, I'm starting to wonder if Ben is going to be on the next episode of Hoarders, or is sending stuff to Steve, Rachel, etc. just a way of delaying it."
I am trying to unload things one thing at a time. I would love to also mail stuff to Bowers, but it's very hard to mail perishables.
I love that you keep saying it's from Carmel and you. It's all from Carmel. You're not sending anything out of your house. He's putting it in the boxes and mailing it to your friends, and then we just put it on the show and act like that's what your plan was. That's great.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, Ben actually just sent me this huge box of fruit. I can't catch up with all this stuff. It's been a little unbelievable.
Bowers would be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they'd be like, okay, there's 4 choices. This is a box of pins, needles, toilet paper, or fruit. And Bowers would be like, I don't know what that is. Phone a friend.
If I ate that fruit, it'd be toilet paper. Final answer for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready for a comic. Are we ready for our first?
Let's do it.
We do that. All right. This next comic stage, she is amazing. She got 2 albums on iTunes. She's here on Gotham Live and Laughs on Fox. Here for Jen Murphy, everybody. Jen Murphy. Woo!
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This is my first online show, actually. So I'm a virgin right now, but I'm so happy to be here. Are we all just embracing alcoholism now as a country? I just want to say, in honor of the host, Chris Bowers, I want to say, I know you're a Coors Light drinker, and I feel like Coors Light was ahead of their time on this thing. Because I don't know if you know the slogan they came out for this past football season last fall, but their new slogan, the commercial starts out with a guy in a shower, and all you see is his arm just like reach over and grab a Coors Light can like off of the shower ledge and then take it and drink it. And then it just says Coors Light, the official beer of the morning shower. And I'm like, oh, that couldn't be more true. Really, they knew something was coming. I found out during this that my parents were poor when I was young, and I had no idea. This is how I found out, because I was shopping at Ralph's in the pasta section. Well, I was shopping for top ramen, but I call it pasta. I'm in that. Top ramen is 25 cents, like right now. Like you can get a meal for 25 cents. Like add some mayonnaise to that. That's Alfredo, guys. I'm just saying. Don't knock it till you try it. I am single. A few nights ago, I had a dream that a guy hugged me. So that's where I'm at right now. Quite exciting. I'm very bad at relationships. I think I have a fear of like long-term relationships. Like I never want to become one of those couples that's been together so long that they like end up sitting on the same side of the booth, like every time they go out to eat. I mean, like you see those people, like it's 2 different types. It's either like really young people who just want to touch each other all the time, which is fine. Or it's like people who've been married for like 50 or 60 years. And you see them like together just on the same side of the booth, just both facing like straight ahead, just like, can I please just enjoy this one meal without looking at your face? Enjoy this meatloaf. I just wonder if they have sex the same way, just lying next to each other, just like, oh my God. A lot of people call me crazy. I blame my parents for not recognizing how much I love the smell of gasoline as a child. Did anybody else used to get high off that stuff? I remember as a kid, like if my dad would go to the gas station, I'd be in the passenger seat, I'd just like roll down the windows, like hang my head out the windows, like so good. Nothing's changed. I don't live in a great neighborhood. I feel like I can tell how bad a neighborhood is by how many grown men I see at the local mini-mart riding bikes in the parking lot. Because I pulled into an AMPM the other day from my house, and there's this like 40-year-old dude like on a BMX that's like way too small for him. You know what I mean? Just like cruising around, like, hunched over, like doing circles in the parking lot. You know, it's especially bad when he's followed up like a guy in a wheelchair, but who doesn't really need to be in a wheelchair. Just has that one leg kicking out, like on the side. This is where the drugs are. I'm getting really angry like the older I get. I don't know if that's just age or what, but like I was walking down the street the other day and like it was windy and I got mad at the wind. Like I just looked up in the air, just like, really? What the Friends told me I should start meditating. And I'm like, I don't know. I tried it. I don't understand how it works. I'm like, like just lying alone with my own thoughts for like an hour, like does not help me. I just end up obsessing for like an hour about why my mom still doesn't trust me to make mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving. Or my ex-boyfriend preferred that I use my toes instead of my hands. I don't know. All right, I'm done. Thank you.
Hey, Jen Murphy, everybody.
Jen Murphy. As always, of course, the tip jar is open. If you want to tip Jen, you can do so Venmo, top right of the screen, or you can PayPal laughfromhome.com, or, of course, you can super chat. By the way, Jen, ramen Alfredo, fucking hilarious. But also, I would recommend give ramen bolognese a try. Maybe a puttanesca. You know, just and if you want to go easy, just ramen parmesan, I think, is real easy. You know, if you just want to go ramen. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, hilarious. Nicely done.
Also, Jen, I mean, that sounds a little intense for a child to be sniffing gasoline. Not that I can't fully relate.
What the fuck?
Okay, if you have antifreeze in your office, you're going to kill somebody. You're slowly poisoning Carmel, aren't you? Jesus Christ. That's
Why is that in your office? I need to know.
Listen, you never know when you're going to have a heavy-duty spill, and I like to prepare for all hazmat situations. And I want to make sure shit doesn't go down. I'm a bit of a prepper, okay?
Wait, a heavy-duty spill. Like, what does antifreeze do in that situation?
I don't know. It makes it not freeze.
It's okay. Perfect. In case you spill liquid and you're worried that it's becoming ice, you just pour some antifreeze on it.
Yeah,
and,
my comedy album's gonna be called Salt and Prepper. I just like.
Okay. That is a great name for an album.
By the way,
by the way, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was just gonna say that was actually my favorite late '90s female band.
Yeah, push it real good, and by that I mean preparing for all eventualities.
Yeah, it said push it as in like push the freezer door closed because it's got so much shit in it. That was what that song was about.
That's correct.
Push your weird agenda. So the tip jar is open. Jen, I did want to ask you a question. You told me a story once. Can you tell us what Zoran told you? It's my favorite thing I've ever heard. Are you comfortable telling us that story, or is that you don't have to tell it if you don't want? But it makes me laugh. So
no, I will. Quite a while ago, it was a long time ago. I had sex with a guy named Zoran. He's from Serbia. And, you know, sometimes people from other countries, they're way more open. They're way more forward than us. They don't try and hold back. So after sex, we were laying there and he looked at me and he was like, "Were you born crazy or did something happen to you?" Good question.
Which, by the way, I gotta say, Zoran was my favorite Superman bad guy. Like, he was...
This is tripping me out because I have a character from my old sketch show called Zoran, the world's fastest hypnotist. And
that's so great.
You hit on girls in very creepy ways. You'd be like, "Hi. You're getting very sleepy." That's right.
That was just like the guy I slept with.
That sounds like it was the same guy. Was it me in a mulleted wig and handlebar mustache costume?
I also liked By the way, I also like that he was at least savvy enough to wait till after you guys had sex to ask you that.
Right?
Because if like as shit was about to go down, he's like, "Let me just get this out of the way. Were you born crazy or did something happen?" Although, if you're asking if you're crazy enough to be asked that question, maybe that won't stop things. Like I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's a good test question for sure, Steve. Right,
Yeah.
we got any super chats coming in? We got any tips? What do we got going on here?
We do. We've got quite a few. So we've got Cara the Linus, $2 for Jen because I'm drunk right now.
That's a lot of ramen.
We have.
Yeah, you just got tipped 8 ramens.
Just convert all these to ramen if you can. Can you do that, Rachel?
Yeah.
Convert them all to ramen as we go.
We have Heather Scott, $15 for Jen. Thanks for the awesome Alfredo recipe. I can't wait to try it. We have Z Bunster, $10. Jen for 40 packs of ramen.
Wow.
Nice.
We have TH1, $3. Great job, Jen.
12 ramens.
Are we just going to do this in ramen? Tyler Stevens. Tyler Stevens, 5 ramens for Jen.
$1.25? Oh my God,
$2.
Eddie's background.
We just
$2.
need ramen and
Ramen.
currency.
Yeah.
Do not move, Eddie. Please do not move out of the way.
Yeah, if you could
Don't
just
do it.
don't get us demonetized.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
so
man.
great. Thank you for all the ramen.
We have more. So we've got Dun Talk, $5 for Jen. Ramen plus mayo is also called a Supreme Court.
Oh, nice.
We've got Carrie Radliff sent in $20. Jen, you're fantastic. Awesome set. We have
nice work.
Dave Adler, $5 for Jen's next group meditation. Better with other thoughts.
This is so great. This is so much better than selling merch.
Right.
You should totally sell ramen, by the way.
That's good now.
Oh my God,
Excellent.
the markup on that would be insane. Like, here's an autographed ramen. Here you go, $5.
What you want?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
On the ramen comic. Yeah, and then if you don't sell, you eat for dinner. It's a perfect plan. It's a great idea. It works out perfect.
Yeah.
Very good.
How long until I get sued by ramen?
No, I think you'll get sponsored by
Or
ramen. That's the goal.
sponsored, yeah.
Yeah, like a Jen Ramen Murphy.
I'm in. Thank you. You guys are awesome. This was so much fun. I'm so
Yeah,
distracted
have a
by
great-
Eddie Ifft right now. Eddie, it's been
Not
too
scared.
long.
Don't stare to his eyes.
Yeah, it being too long is why that picture got viral.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you guys got sent to you that picture of the coronavirus itself, where it actually, the actual molecule and has all the little red crown things coming off of it, and it replaced all of them with that guy.
Yeah.
Every time I see that picture now, I just think of 50 of that guy. And it makes the coronavirus a little easier to deal with.
I don't know what kind of friends you have, but I get about maybe 2 to 3 photos of this guy every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
By the
about
way,
right.
are we just not going to address what Ben just
Well,
changed
I
into?
was about to
Is
say,
that
Ben, are you like? Is that a Boy Scout sash without badges? Are you the world's worst Boy Scout? What is happening?
No, I just, I felt like you guys were making me aware of some possibilities in the world that were freaking me out. So I'm just kind of stepping up my prep game a little bit.
Is that a bandolier? What's supposed to be in that thing? What is that thing across your chest?
Holds
What
all
is-
kinds of stuff. You got a lighter, you have little pockets, you can and there goes my lighter.
Oh God, he's dead.
By the way, Batman has the same issues. Every time he tries to take something out of his belt, something drops. It's very common among
Thank you.
superheroes. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's. Are you looking for the?
Ben Man?
Are you looking for the plot to this show? What are you looking for?
Nope, can't be found anywhere.
Yeah.
These guys are out of their fucking mind.
By the way, I could just see the second guesses in Eddie's mind right then. Like that was.
Well,
Just
Eddie doesn't
when we flash to Eddie, just being able to see him, just be like, "What did I agree to? I'm bigger than this. I don't need to do this shit."
He literally texted me like 10 minutes ago. Like, "Am I doing stand-up?" Like, did you not read any of the emails I sent you? I sent like 11 emails, very detailed about all of this. He's like, "Oh, guys, I'll figure something out. So it'll be fine."
Bowers, this just proves you don't have children.
That's true. I do not have children.
I think a lot proves that Bowers doesn't have children.
That's court mandated. I don't have them. They're just not here.
I think that bottle of Jameson's behind him proves he doesn't.
Yeah. I think that jacket proves he doesn't have children.
Jade, during pre being a big TV star times in your life, what was your staple food that you ate when you weren't able to buy the meals you want?
This is weird. I was literally just talking about this the other day. I would. Have you ever tried a raw sweet potato?
No, a raw sweet potato.
Yeah, back in the day when Jade couldn't afford fire.
She got the expensive potatoes. She couldn't afford the matches. That's hilarious.
What does that taste like? Is that at all edible?
You actually, until you sell a pilot, your pilot light doesn't work. That's how it works. So.
Or book a pilot.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Book a pilot or sell a pilot. Yep. If you didn't have a pilot light, I ate raw sweet potatoes. That's what I did.
Is it edible at all?
Yeah, it's actually really good. It kind of tastes like a carrot, but a little bit different, a little bigger, a lot bigger. It's a really inappropriate hand gesture. So.
I've never gotten to say that, but I've heard people say it. That's fun. It tastes like a carrot, but bigger.
Yeah. I've actually heard that a great deal.
You should try it. You should try it. Next time, I want you all to eat a sweet potato and let me know what you think. It's very.
I don't know. I can't tell if Bowers would be into that or not into that.
Well, it's a starch, not a vegetable. So I eat potatoes because here's my thing. I only eat things that had a face. Like if it never had a face, I don't eat it. But I grandfathered in corn and potatoes because they have eyes and ears. That's how it works for me. But those are my loopholes.
Wait, I really want to hear where that logic.
That's actually real.
You don't want to hear the origin of this. You don't want to.
What's that, Jake?
I said I would love to hear the origin of this. Like, where did this all come from?
Well, I haven't had a fruit or vegetable since 1996 because my mom told me. I told my mom when I grew up I wouldn't eat vegetables, and she told me that was not going to do that, and fuck her. So I've just been trying to prove her wrong my whole life, and so I just I only eat meat.
Well, the problem, Jade, is that he doesn't have room for the fruits or vegetables in all that baggage he's carrying around, and so
that's probably it.
Speaking of baggage, though, Jade is no stranger to it. You travel more than most people I know. You're never in one place for a month straight. How
I'm glad you went that direction, Ben.
What'd you say?
I'm glad you went that direction because we're really good friends. You know a lot about me. I thought you were my dirty laundry online.
I would never do that. I just meant you travel a ton for work and for pleasure. This must be especially hard for you in quarantine, not being able to leave. You're usually in Canada and New York and LA. And what's this been like?
Oh, it's been torture. It's been so strange. I adopted a dog. I'm like, I need to do something with my life. No, it's been weird. It's been really weird. I'm so used to traveling all the time and having to just be in one place and not have that freedom. It's been really strange, but we adapt and we get used to it and adopt dogs.
Here's the thing, you can still travel. You just have to go to really remote places. I mean, that's the key. You just have to go to places where you're by yourself.
You and I
an outhouse.
Yeah, the outhouse in the back. It really takes a keen eye to notice that.
By the way, I'll have you know that is my house. So I do not take kindly an outhouse. That is where I live.
Listen, during a time of quarantine, an outhouse is a luxury. We all are in houses, and it's not.
Yeah.
Jade and I actually didn't even meet in America. You and I met in Israel.
Israel, yeah. Yep. We did. Reality. Yeah.
And what was it like?
Oh my God, the costume changes are amazing.
In a foreign country. And then, did you think our friendship would translate to America, or do you think it was going to be in the Middle East?
Like you'd have to what? Like she'd have to check you at like she'd have to declare you at customs.
Well, it's possible because they don't have paperwork to live here in America, so we're trying, but we don't know.
Oh man, yeah, we met in Israel. We bonded over both being half Israeli, and then yeah, I tried to leave Ben in Israel. It didn't work, and
a lot of people ask, and I will tell you the truth right now. My lower half is Israeli. You know what I mean?
That is not a stereotype. Okay, you know.
I don't know what that means.
You want to dip some hummus, Steve? Dip some hummus. Come on now.
Knowing this show was on Cinco de Mayo, I did not expect this to be the accent and the stereotype that would possibly offend some of our viewers. I'll be honest.
What are you
I really
afraid to dip your tiny orange carrot into my hummus or no?
None of this is kosher, Ben. None of this.
That's offensive on so many levels. It's hilarious. Like, how can you be racially insensitive and sexually? That's great. I love it.
Okay, first of all, I am half Israeli, so I can't be offensive to my own self, okay? That's like you being offensive to a pack of sausages, okay? Possible.
Are you suggesting that one of Bauer's parents is a pack of sausages?
Testing it. I have the DNA results to prove it, okay?
My dad is a little smoky. I'll give you that. He's tiny, little fucking smoky.
So does 23andMe just refer to the count of the hot dogs that were in the pack? Like what is?
That's correct. I mean, earlier one of the first existential crises for Bowers in life was that he didn't understand how it could be, and the first joke he wrote for his act was how could it be that his mom had 8 buns, but his father only 6 hot dogs? It doesn't even match. Don't even amount continuously.
Oh my God.
Dina, I just want to say, Ben, in the chat, Dina has complimented you on your wonderful Greek and Austrian accent. Oh, look at the pain in his eyes. Oh, God.
Yeah, how's this the only accent you're bad at? This is crazy.
You're saying it's very offensive to me, okay? I will pour tahini all over your body, and I will let you slowly harden around you like a concrete.
How do you do a perfect Trump and a terrible you? That's hilarious.
All right. Well, Queen Rachel is restarting because her router went down. So meanwhile, we can't do the super chats right now. We'll catch up with those in a second. But let's introduce the next comic.
All right, sounds great. I hope he's ready to be a comic. This guy's actually one of my favorites. I'll talk about one of my favorite moments at Morty's back in the day was him climbing on a balcony and Miss Pat put a thumb up his butt. But I'll talk about that later. You've seen this next comic. It's amazing. You've seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast, Comedy Central, HBO, and Showtime. Cover the very funny Eddie Ifft, everybody. Eddie Ifft. Woo!
I tried so hard to get the cock up there to be right there.
Story of my life, brother.
I have seen 80 times. Too bad he's dead because I would know him so well. If he walked down the street, I'd feel like he's my brother. But I think the best thing is going to be when the quarantine's over and everybody goes back to work and everybody goes into their HR meeting and they're like, listen, it's been tough times and everything. But we've been monitoring your account, and there's way too many pictures of this big black guy with a huge cock. We've been sending this around, and we've got a protocol here kind of at the company. Is there any way you can delete all those photos off your company computer? I've seen this guy more times than I've seen my wife now. People have asked me, they're like, how do you like the quarantine? I'm like, I'm loving it. My wife hates it, which I think says something about our relationship. I'm in absolute heaven. And I think when this is all said and done, they're saying now there's going to be like 130,000 deaths because of the virus. And then I think there's going to be about another 360,000 murders from. I mean, my house has become a jail. Like, I feel like I live in jail. I cleaned my daughter's room the other day. She's 5, and I found a shiv. My son is 10 months old. He sucks because he's 10 months old. Like, I want to be quarantined with like a 16-year-old that ignores me. I don't want 10 months old. Like, help me, 24 hours a day. When I'm like, this is my time to catch up on Netflix. Shut up, baby. And what I've learned about babies. You know that giraffes, when they're born, come out and fucking walk away. Just walk away. They just get up and go. Not babies. You gotta like take care of them for a long time before they walk. It's terrible. It's so much work that I didn't know because I was out on the road when my wife was raising the other one, and now I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I'm the stay-at-home deadbeat dad that's found out I got to do stuff. And I'm going to tell you this: if I was the first human, we wouldn't exist. If you would have come out, I would have gone, "This doesn't fucking work," and thrown it in the river. And I would have thrown it in the river until finally, after like my sex slave of a wife had like 100 of these, I would have been like, it works because I didn't enable it. So basically, this is an argument against millennials. Let's see, what else? It's laundry day. Every day's laundry day. I'm losing my mind. I'm doing chores. I have nowhere to be, and I've never had so much shit to do. It's Groundhog Day. Nothing's gonna fucking change, and yet every day I've got a list of shit to do. I'm afraid of tomorrow because there's work to do again. Like, it's just, and my wife, I didn't know that you can be awakened by a sigh. You want an alarm sound that will wake you up for sure every morning? I'll give you a recording of my wife's sigh. It's unbearable. That sigh means I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. We've been quarantined, what is it now? We've been quarantined like in my house like 40, 50 days or something, 40 some days. And I'm scared because she's only had one period. Hey, it's just not, like every day. I don't know. If I wasn't afraid of the virus, I'd have a lawyer come in right now. And then she'd get that half of the house, I'd get this half of the house, and it'd be awesome. I mean, we've run out of shit to talk about because, like, what am I going to fucking talk about? Like, hey, I was in the garage an hour ago. You never believe what's going on in there. Talk about anymore. I can't be like, hey, I saw Hunter at the gym, because I don't go. I don't go anywhere. I'm just like, I have good news. I can't tell that joke. That's terrible. I got notes, people. I'm not a prepper, but I did realize that I had one thing. Like, I was listening to Rogan. He said you got to have like guns, gasoline, water, and bullets. And I got contact lenses. Like, it completely goes down. 1-800-CONTACTS won't be delivering. And I don't want to be out there going, is that a zombie? Thank you for your fake laughs. I want to say this, and I don't know my time. If I'm gone too long, tell me if I have. But in this whole thing, like, they're looking for a vaccine, and like, this is a really good time for nerds. If you were a nerd, you work hard, you have your chance of finding a vaccine. Let me tell you something. You find that vaccine, you're going to get so much pussy. Like you're going to be like the fireman of 9/11. If you find a vaccine and you cure the pandemic, I'll get an operation that I have a pussy. I will. Like, think about Jonas Salk. Do you know how much polio pussy that guy got? Come on, man. Give some laughs. Oh, is this not the best time to go to rehab? The day that started, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm out for a while," and then you came out, and you're like, "I didn't miss shit." Everybody else was turning into an alcoholic, and I got fucking sober. And I mean, if we get to this herd mentality, I'm sorry, I'm not one of these people. I believe in testing. I don't believe in I'm worried about our elderly. I have old parents and stuff. But if they're gonna go, fucking they're old anyways. Let's send them to Miami because the airlines aren't working. We just fucking put everybody on a plane, send them to Miami, and we have old Cella, and we fucking infect each other, and they go out like Cocoon. It's just like a big fucking party, just like in Cocoon, and then the aliens take them away, and we all get back to fucking, driving through traffic. I everything else I say will be racist towards China, so I'm gonna end it.
Eddie Ifft. Of course, the Venmo, top right of the screen, tip jar is open. So top right of the screen, Venmo. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or you can super chat. By the way, Shut Up Baby is the name of the 6th chapter of Ben's parenting book. So if you want to pick that up, that'd be great. And let me just say,
just really quickly, Steve, if I can just hop in for a second.
No, we don't need to put that on the screen. That's cool. Don't.
I appreciate Eddie's. Hold on a second, please. Just,
what? What? What?
Relax. I appreciate Eddie's restraint for not moving and showing the full body of this man. He's a guest, and he doesn't want to assume what's allowed on our show and what's not. I, as the host, should be allowed to show what I'd like to show. So there you go, you guys. That's what in that guy's pants. So,
by the way, that guy has my exact body other than 2 elements.
I don't know what that means at all.
I'm white and I have a small dick was the joke I was making, but that's okay. Eddie, what I love that you said, Eddie, is that what was the thing you thought was too inappropriate? I don't want to hear it, but God damn it. When you censor yourself, I love it. Because you're like, that's too...
I almost revealed something I shouldn't have, but this was my friend the other day. I posted this on Instagram, and he's so mad at me.
By the way, Bowers, I've known Eddie almost 20 years. You shouldn't need to ask him what in his set was going to be inappropriate.
No. I love when his brain makes the decision that something's over the line. I'm like, God damn, I can't even imagine what that would be. That's what makes me laugh.
I
can't believe he says.
I've known Eddie a very, very long time. One of my favorite early stories. So right as I started my career, I was a couple months in, and I guess Eddie and I met each other for the first time at a show in New York, and Eddie had some nice words for me after, and I just started babbling about how much, I've been writing for a long time, and I did improv in high school, and Eddie just cuts me off and goes, "Shut up and take the compliment." And I was like, okay, sir, I'm so sorry. It was great. And Eddie also has had the best intro of me anyone has ever introed when I was doing a spot at Westwood years ago. And he intros me. He goes, "You may know this next comedian from your inbox." Just great. Beautiful. Compliment and a burn at the same time. It was amazing.
I love Jessica. I just noticed she has a Cinco de Mayo themed background. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. That's great. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, Jessica.
Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Ben, I did think the day that you wore that outfit was a little inappropriate. I gotta say.
Well, I have a couple here.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
shit.
now this one. That was just Bowers and I on spring break. You can't really get mad at us for that.
That's the hottest I've ever looked, Jess. Thanks. That's great.
I almost made it Rachel, but then I thought, no way, that's a Bowers.
No, that's perfect.
Look at that. Why don't you wear, what do they call those? Ascots.
Ascots, because my neck's too fat and I choke. But
that looks like the outfit.
They come in different sizes.
When Bowers
There's
used
one for Rachel.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Wait, Eddie.
Remember when Bowers had the comedy club / Mexican restaurant?
Yeah,
I do. Yes.
Taco Bell. He turned a Taco Bell into a comedy club.
It was a Don Pablo's. But yes, that's what happened, Eddie. Eddie. So this is what happened. So we had a fake balcony on the side, and Eddie was like, "Can I climb up there?" And so I made him sign a waiver that if he broke the balcony, I didn't have to pay him. And so he signed it in triplicate during the show.
If I fell, I wouldn't sue you.
And I wouldn't have to pay. If you broke the balcony, I had to pay. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, so then he climbed up a ladder and he couldn't quite get there. And Miss Pat, who's fucking a hilarious person, came up and like tried to push him up and actually put her thumb in his butthole. And I've never seen a guy jump faster over a railing. And then we threw him the mic and he did the rest of his set from on the balcony. And then he set his half a Corona up there and it sat up there half a beer for fucking 7 months till we closed. So it got pretty gross by the time we closed, but it was up there. I left it up there forever.
I love that Bowers just argued to make him sound like a more nitpicky club owner. No, the agreement also was I wouldn't have to pay you.
Oh, that's true. We just didn't have the money to pay him. That's why we went out of business. But
while I was on stage, he ran to the Xerox machine or the printer to like pull out this contract that I had to sign while I was on stage.
Yeah. I had the front row be witnesses and we had to move in case you fell on them. They wouldn't sue me. It was the whole thing. It was hilarious. And
yeah. In fairness, Eddie, also like it's not a common thing for someone in the middle of a set. You're acting like Bowers was being weird. You were like, "Hey, let me climb onto this fake balcony of this former Mexican restaurant." Like that's also a little weird. We can maybe even those out.
So my favorite story when I first met Eddie, we were in the green room. He told me about how he went to Dubai and they were somewhere, and someone told him that hookers were only $25. So how many did you get that night, Eddie, when they were $25?
They were 50, and I bought his board.
How many?
As many as I could. So like 3.
How many ramens was that?
We got between like 5 comics, we probably had like maybe 30 hookers, and we had to get different taxis to put them in, and none of us had sex with them. We made them sit and we did a show for them.
Yeah, that's just the way you found a crowd.
And they told us they would have rather gotten fucked.
Honestly, they did get fucked.
Yeah.
They never felt so degraded.
They kept saying, please, just fuck us.
Well, because in fairness, like
stop
if
fucking
you,
our ears.
Yeah, probably because at least if you're having sex with them and you come, it's probably over. But they have to watch the whole fucking set. Like that's the.
And they didn't speak English.
Yeah.
Never during sex has Eddie gone, okay, what else?
Yeah.
You go to my notes.
Yeah. All right, Rachel.
Did I try the finger thing yet? Okay, we'll try that. Rachel, what have we got super chats going?
Rachel's back. We got some chats. What do we got?
We do. My connection's still a little shit, so we've got Stacy Hood, $10 for Eddie's background, and then $10 for Ben's prepping.
Thank you.
Nice.
We've got Heather Scott tipped $15, Eddie for your commissary or toward buying protection from your daughter. Tyler Stevens tipped $2 for Eddie. Dave Adler tipped $5 for some anti-sigh ear protection.
Nice.
We've got Amin Salah, $5 to help save up for your vasectomy, Eddie.
Sounds like his wife's going to do that for him if he stays on too much longer.
Yeah.
We've got Z Bunster tips $10 for Eddie's wife for whatever is keeping her going right now. We've got Elizabeth Ann, $5 for Eddie. So much polio pussy. And then we did have a Facebook general, it was for Jen earlier. Stephanie Coffin, mayo with top ramen. I did that in college.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. Tell her to message me.
By the way, if you add cinnamon and sugar to any kind of pasta, it makes it quite an amazing dessert. It's not a joke here. It's just very tasty.
Are you serious? I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's incredible. It tastes like a strudely pastry kugel kind of thing. It's incredible.
Yeah, cinnamon's a spice, Jen. You've never heard of cinnamon? I think most of us have heard of cinnamon. That's weird.
Not on pasta.
I actually just Googled that, and it comes up on homelessrecipes.com. So
you know what? Anything Ben says when it comes to food, because I've never seen anyone eat like Ben Believe. Like he should be bigger than the guy behind me. He's unbelievable. Like he's like, hey, let's stop and get a snack, and then he's like, can I get 4 double cheeseburgers? Can I try one of those crispy chicken sandwiches? Do you have some tangerines here at Wendy's?
I ordered tangerines at Wendy's. You remember that?
Tangerines. Nobody gets fucking tangerines at Wendy's.
Who the fuck would forget that? That sounds like a thing that would stand out. By the way, this is Ben's breakfast, everybody. So
I eat an enormous amount of food. There's no doubt about that. I've won eating contests. I have an empty leg or something. I don't know how I do it, but I love it.
Here we go.
We were on a road trip to New Orleans once. There it is. Rio Churro Bengley. We were on a road trip to New Orleans once, and we stopped at a Hardee's for breakfast at like 7 a.m. in Alabama. And the girl in the car with one of our friends was like, "Do they have fresh fruit?" I said, "Do you have fresh fruit?" And the lady goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Remember, Howard, one time after I played Morty's, you and Chrissy were giving me a ride to the airport, and I was like, also not have a lot of time till the airport, but I was like, can you please take me to that ice cream shop you were telling me about? And you guys took me, and I got like 5 scoops of ice cream.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, which by the way, just a reminder that this show brought to you by Jamie Kennedy's brand mayonnaise flavored Go-Gurt. When you need mayonnaise flavored Go-Gurt, please think Jamie Kennedy's mayonnaise flavored Go-Gurt. By the way, these running bits are very confusing to new people on the show. Just go with it. I promise. It's funnier than it seems.
Ben, I remember one time you were at Morty's and you wanted to buy lottery tickets because the Mega Millions was like at 180 million it was a billion or whatever. Like it was literally the highest ever. You're like, we got to go buy Powerball tickets, and you were like, so you think we should buy them like at one place or should go to like 7 different places? And I go, well, how do you normally do it when you win the lottery? And you said, well, I've never won. I said, well, then I don't think it fucking matters, man. I don't think we're gonna win, but whatever. I'll drive you wherever.
Didn't I pool the whole staff together and everybody chipped in and I said if we won, we all win?
I think you did do that, and then we didn't buy any tickets, which was an interesting kind of move, but whatever.
We didn't buy any tickets in the end?
You just kept
took all
their
their money and you left. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. We bought tickets and we didn't win.
Just a heads up, everybody. Here is a picture of the inside of Morty's Don Pablo's.
Yep,
if you want to see what balcony.
Right there,
There's the balcony that Eddie climbed onto that he had to sign the waiver for. So just want to
Where
make
did
sure
you
everybody
find
has that
that?
in perspective. What?
Where did you find that picture?
There's this new thing. If you Bing something, you just go to it's fucking Google. What do you mean? Where did I find it? I Googled Morty's Comedy Club, and it's the 4th picture.
I just didn't know we were on Google. Fuck, we should have done better.
Just figured out why the comedy club went under, you guys. The owner didn't know they were on Google.
This reminds me of that scene in The Jerk where he points to the phone book and he's like, my name in print. Similar. We're on Google. We made it, guys. We're on Google.
Oh, man.
By the way, Tony, one of the other owners of Morty's, just in the chat, very all capital letters, wrote "fuck you, Bowers."
This
Tony, did you know we were on Google? We were on Google this whole time. What the fuck are we thinking?
Bowers, why do you have like a beer in a glass? Please tell me you have a keg in your house.
I used to, and then when we moved it to the big house, we put it on its side and it got ruined. So in the apartment in LA, I just have cans. But actually, this is a true story. You're gonna like this. When Morty's went out of business, I lived in this apartment complex, all these like cool, fun people. So I told Chrissy, I'm gonna buy an inflatable beer pong table and become the king of my pool. So I did that, and that summer I drank so many cans of beer that they would just graze my top lip a little bit. And so now I drink out of glasses because I fucked my lip up with too many cans of beer, but whatever.
Oh my God.
So, wait, what's the part of the story that we were going to like?
I like the fact that he got injured in beer pong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the part. Steve, you don't understand because you don't drink, so you don't know what it's like.
Yeah, that's no. It's a common. It's a beer pong's lip. It's a common ailment. It's like tennis elbow or athlete's foot.
It is,
but
like,
it can't be called athlete's lip because it's not athletic at all.
No, it's the
So
opposite.
it's just. Yeah. Have you guys seen that picture, by the way, of Mike? Oh, sorry, Ben.
I was going to say floating beer pong is more challenging on account of the floating. So a lot of people underestimate the athleticism needed to really compete. I've got a floating beer pong table, and it's not like land beer pong. And I think you guys are being a little harsh on Bowers on that one.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate the sport because the cups are spaced to get apart a little bit, which kind of fucks the whole thing up. They're not as close as they are on regular beer pong, so it makes it harder. Yeah. Plus it's floating. Plus you're hammered, and it's hot outside.
I've got a fancy one recently that has a cooler in the middle of it, so you keep your beer on ice in the middle of the table.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You know
cool.
what? Sorry, my fault. I spoke out of turn here. Clearly, I didn't realize that I was interrupting what is now being shown on ESPN because there's no fucking live sports.
Correct.
So it's the backyard beer pong league, and I apologize
one man
for
playing by himself and then going to the other side of the table and then throwing it back. It's
Have you guys seen the picture? There's a picture of Michael Jordan playing beer pong, and like someone posted it with the caption, "Someone's about to get alcohol poisoning." It's pretty incredible. All right, with that, can we catch up and
just real quickly? I wanted to ask Jade a question. This is a bit of a stretch, but seeing the balcony of the comedy club made me think of musicals for some reason, like West Side Story. I know Jade, you obviously not only an actor, but you're an amazing singer. Have you ever done musicals? And tell us about it.
Yeah, I've done a lot of musicals. Yeah, I miss it a lot. It's a strange thing because we're like all of the theaters are closed down probably until spring of 2021, which is kind of crazy to think about, especially New York Broadway. I've talked to some friends and everything's shut down. But yeah, singing, all the stuff.
Jade, can you sing us your sing us your 5 favorite songs from those musicals you've done? Just pick a 5 random songs and sing those for us.
Okay.
Also, just as someone who I don't understand.
How much time do we have?
I don't understand musicals at all, and this might be like a weird cultural. Maybe I'm the idiot, but just the idea of like, oh, so we're all just gonna pretend everybody knows these lyrics, like we're all just gonna like people singing back and forth to each other. I get, but when everybody joins in.
Oh, it'd be like having an inside joke and none of your guests get it, and you just keep fucking doing it the whole show. Is that what
no? But like Steve? People from the town, like why do the townspeople know what the fucking plot line is? Like that's what I mean, like that kind of stuff.
Oh, I thought you were joking about Go-Gurt and the Pac-Man background and the hot dogs and all their shit we're doing that nobody understands. Oh, okay, yeah.
Wait, does that not happen to you all the time? I mean, I'm hearing people sing in my head all the time. Is that not normal?
Oh my God, our musicals just, holy shit, if you look at them differently, if you look at musicals as that's just what's happening in the person's head, and those people are just like, the butcher's just the fucking butcher. He's not singing. He's just there. That completely changes every musical.
I mean, that's what happens to me all the time, so...
If you just look at musicals as like intense mental illness, it completely changes the plot.
and you only think that because you smoked pot that one time, and now you fucking think shit like that. You didn't think like this before pot, and now you're like, whoa, man, musicals are just in their head, bro. Holy shit.
No, I actually thought of that because Jade said the thing. But yeah, it's totally the plot. Totally the plot. Can we do the game?
Well, can we catch up? Let's catch up with the super chats, and then we'll do the game. How about that? Rachel.
Yeah, so we have TH1 tipped Eddie $4 and said quarantine with a 16-year-old boy. I'll switch with you. And We had a tip for Jen come in from Razor.
Oh, by the way,
$5.
why have we never done that show? Kid swap. How about that? You just fucking give your stupid kids another family, and they give their dumb kids, and you fucking figure that out.
Because of laws.
Yeah. Also, Bowers, maybe some ideas run them in your head before you realize they could get you arrested. How about that plan?
Yeah.
So solid point. That's a solid point.
How come we've never sold kids on the black market? Why don't we start doing that, huh, guys?
Well, don't say that again.
Again.
That was the most racist thing I've ever heard. Okay, go ahead, Rachel.
We've got Razor, $5. Jen, you're not crazy. You're limited edition. But then again, my painkillers are starting to kick in. Shake and bake engage.
Nice.
And then we're ready for the game.
Yeah, let's do the game.
Okay. So let's see. So first, if anybody in our live audience wants to read theirs on air, put something in the chat and we'll come to you. So the first couple that I have that are not paid entries, we've got the Christopher Gus said, Tim wanted to stay inside so he wasn't a burden on anybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Ben, you're wearing off on people. This is great.
I like that.
And then we've got Amin Salah, Glenn, not too close.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's
And then,
good.
so those are
Nice.
the unpaid ones. Yeah, you
Nice.
want to do yours?
Rachel, is this photo of you?
Oh,
God.
No,
Christ. Stop
no,
it.
that's
Cover that up. We're gonna get demonetized. Don't think about what that was. Just stop it.
Yeah, it was such a goofy,
that-
crazy
it's that-
bachelorette straw that won't get us thrown off of our platforms.
I knew that was going to happen when we booked Eddie Ifft. I'm an idiot. My bad.
No, I didn't know. Bowers, I have a message from you that says specifically, don't worry about your language. You didn't tell me I couldn't show Black Fox.
You didn't read anything I sent you. It wouldn't have mattered. I
straw.
could have said, please don't do a cock straw. And you'd have been like, what's the
It was a
whatever.
plastic straw. Sort
It
of.
was a plastic straw. Yes. Yes, it was a
All
plastic
Photoshop. I drew that.
straw.
Yeah.
all
Freehand.
right.
All right, what else we got?
Best question is that Rachel in the picture?
It's not. It's not. So we've got some of our paid entries then. So we're going to go through those. So comics, if you guys want to pay attention and host, we vote on it at the end. So we vote for our favorite.
Comic, celebrity, guest, and host, we all vote.
Yes, that's true. We all vote.
There we
Okay. So starting out, Frank Notaro, Ben's favorite. Han living solo.
We gotta do actual alive people. Well, they don't have to be alive, but they have to be actual people. That's the,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Elizabeth Ann. Betty's so white because I haven't gone outside in 6 weeks, or has it been 7 weeks or 8 weeks?
I like that one.
Cheryl Roper. Patrick ain't leaving Mahomes.
Nice. Nice.
We have Jason Moody. Post Malone, and I can't take it anymore. We've got Buffalo B Skis. Sarah, oh shit, my throat is Horst Parker. These people.
I'm so
These people.
confused.
I don't know. I like that Duntalk just super chatted $10 for my internet improvement fund.
Yes.
I know, it's rough today. Amin Salah. Morgan, not a free man.
That was the plot of the Shawshank Redemption.
That works on lots of levels.
Oh man.
I hope the quarantine ends at some point and I'm able to eat something other than hot dogs again.
We have Tyler Stevens, Clint Eastwood, not like a hug.
Clint Eastwood Not like a hug.
Not like
yeah.
a hug. Got it.
That makes
There you
sense.
go.
That one made sense.
That makes sense. It's just,
Okay.
you know.
Kara the lioness. Carol, if I don't go outside soon, I'll be a basket case.
Nice.
Oh my god.
We have Amin Salah. Stevie wonders when a vaccine's coming out soon. We've got Carrie. Kim can't get in her car and dash to Ian's house. So Kim Kardashian.
Nice.
That was.
That was a long walk.
Ben,
but
Ben, you've totally infected the entire audience. These used to be like 2 words. Now they're all Ben Glebe sentences. But okay.
That was such a
Yeah.
long walk. It's banned during quarantine.
We have RC. Matt wants out of the Damon house. Jeremy Day. Z packs are ineffective against COVID-19. We have Carrie. Christopher's weapon of choice against COVID is not allowed to go walking.
Nice.
All these are Ben entries. Ben, are you got any entries at all at the end? Instead of stealing all your entries?
I actually have a couple Ben entries on this one myself.
Nice.
My
Me
list is a
too.
tribute to Ben.
We have Dave Adler. Gerard. Oh, I don't know this person's name.
Depardieu.
Oh, thank you. You want to Skype tonight?
So Gerard
Depardieu,
Depardieu, you
want-
want to Skype tonight? Nice. I just figured I'd help you with that one.
I'm so glad that you can.
I didn't even see it, but I'm assuming it wasn't going to be Butler. I figured you would have gotten that one.
I'm not sure she would have gotten Butler, but I mean, I
I mean,
definitely harder than
Gerard
Butler.
Bootler? Is it Bootler?
fuck off. Done talk. Done talk. Tom, cruise ships aren't safe anymore.
Oh.
We have Carrie. Would rather be walking outside Phoenix.
Oh, God. That took a second.
Done talk. Ben home, not glebing my house. We said celebrity.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! Rachel,
It especially hurts when
Down
Rachel
south.
slams because she barely speaks, and so it really hurts. Send the blanket back, Rachel. Send the blanket back.
I will not. We have Jeremy Day, Christopher Walken 6 feet apart.
Nice.
We have Razor. Oh, now I'm getting burned. She's our celebrity. Hydrochloroquine Rachel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So bad.
We have Razvan. Morgan wants to be a free man.
Nice.
We have Benjamin. MNN 95.
Nice. I like that one.
Hold on. That's not okay. Guys. Okay, so we have. Anybody want to adopt a dog?
That didn't work. That single guy didn't work with dogs for barking.
No.
I actually already have one that looks exactly like that one, so I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Okay. We've got Myco George Carlentine. Like quarantine.
Yeah.
Carlentine.
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 Carrie, Caesar should not be flying to Milan.
Nice.
We have Jeremy Day, Sean penned up at home.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have Done Talk, Michael keeping my distance.
I like that one.
And last one, I think, is Maiku J. PPE Morgan.
Nice. All right. There's a lot to vote on here. Let's pick a winner first, and then let's do ours as well. So first, let's do some votes. Jen Murphy, what do you got? What was your favorite?
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you my tops are Walking 6 Feet Apart, the Joaquin Phoenix, Freeman, the first one. I didn't know there's going to be multiple. Yeah. But my favorite was the Mahomes.
Patrick ain't leaving Mahomes.
Might be because I'm a football fan. That one.
Awesome.
I love that one.
Eddie Ifft, what do you got?
I'm just scared of Jen's backdrop because it makes it look like she's about to start a webcam video.
Quarantine's tough, dog.
Fancy like you.
Oh my God, Eddie. Jesus.
He has shorts on this time.
He put pants on him, so he's helping the show. Thanks, Eddie.
PG for you.
Thank you. Love
I
it.
appreciate that. Eddie, what was your favorite?
That's not his leg, though. I like the Gerard Depardieu, whatever one.
All right.
All right.
Jade.
Gerard Depardieu.
Not go outside
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
Yeah. I like the Sean penned up at home and the Morgan not a free man.
Morgan, great.
What's your favorite?
Those
though?
are great. I would say I'm gonna go with Morgan not a free man.
All right, cool. And then Rachel, what about you?
Liked Christopher Walken 6 Feet Apart.
All right.
It's anybody's
I
ball
like
game.
yeah, it's anybody's. I like the Mahomes one. I like the Tom Cruise ships aren't safe anymore. I really like Hydrochloroquine Rachel, but I'm gonna go with the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Patrick ain't leaving Mahomes. That's what I'm going with. I'm silent Jen Murphy. There we go. Oh,
There we
shit.
go. The dogs agreed. Ben, what do you got?
What? My face.
That's right there, you guys. That is,
Oh, jeez.
You were super. I don't know what happened, but you were super embarrassed. Holy shit.
Yeah. She was on this show.
I was on my period.
She like uses it like war paint. Like, I got this shit. Nom.
That's what quarantine does to you. What can I say?
Refer to this as the day we got demonetized. So, Ben, what's your vote?
I only have 3 of my own today. They are David.
No,
Copper.
don't read yours yet. What's your vote?
Oh,
We're doing
first.
all
We're
ours
changing
after
up.
the. Yeah, we're doing all of ours after.
you don't have to yell at me.
God damn it,
vote.
Ben.
My vote goes to Hydrochloroquine Rachel. I love that.
All right, Hydrochloroquine Rachel. So right now I could.
It's a real celebrity.
Rachel, what's Rachel's? What's Rachel's? Because Steve, you're always last. Rachel.
Mine
There
was
you go.
Christopher Walken 6 Feet
Yeah,
Apart.
Rachel
Oh,
already
perfect.
voted.
My bad.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
So okay, so I could tie it up. I could vote for an inconsequential one that hasn't been voted for. My second favorite has not been voted for yet, which is Michael Keaton, My Distance. But my favorite one, also the one in the lead, Patrick Ain't Leaving Mahomes. I thought that was
Nice.
great. Fantastic. Nicely done. So as always, email us, go to the website laughfromhome.com, email us to claim your prize. And with that, now we can do ours. So first, do any of our guests have any that they would like to participate with?
You know, Jade's got one. She's been waiting patiently.
Oh, thanks. Actually, I have 2.
Oh,
I was,
Go for it.
Yeah, these are in honor of Ben because it's definitely more of a sentence. Taylor swiftly stayed inside when she found out that COVID was happening.
Nice.
Thank you. And then this one, Dennis Rodman quarantine sucks.
Great just came in the chat. The one that just came in the chat was really good. Can someone read that one? I don't know.
Hold on 1 second. The Dennis Rodman one is very, very good because he also hopes the economy rebounds.
Nice.
No, man.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
Yeah,
hilarious.
so the one in the chat that just came in was Allison Shuchuk. Do you wanna share it on camera?
Yeah, sure. It was JK growling at protesters.
Nice. Love it. And love that you have the Martin Grant shirt on, too. Much appreciated on that.
Yes.
Anybody else have any they want to share before I do my tribute to Ben?
I didn't know we were doing this, but I just thought of one, so it's not that, it's kind of dumb, but I'll tell you.
Let's hear it.
Nicole, thank God I don't have a kid, man.
That was a direct shot at Eddie Ifft. I love it. That's fucking so fuck you, Eddie Ifft. I love all of those things. You said
that is fantastic.
I'm doing a chat. I'm a cam girl. Fuck you, Eddie Ifft. I'm glad I don't have kids, man. That was great. Nice. You got any that aren't?
All right.
Worse that we can't handle.
So here's my tribute to Ben. Natalie Port, man, I'd like to go outside. Scarlett Johansson's, I'd like to go outside. Jennifer Aniston, tons of us would like to go outside. Demi Moore of us would like to go outside. Jenna Fish Shore, we would like to go outside. Katy Perry really would like to go outside. Eddie, if we are allowed to, we would go outside. Rihanna, I'ma stay inside. And of course, quarantine mom Farrah Abraham.
Well done, Steve. Very well done. I approve.
I've got one, which is Sherlock. I like it better in my home. So there you go.
Yeah, clearly the celebrity Sherlock Holmes.
I'm not good at the game. That's why I that much. Quit! I told you I suck at this. I'm just trying to be part of the show.
He's a celebrity. He's a famous police officer. So anyway,
he's based on a real guy. Sherlock Holmes is a real guy in the 1500s. It's just fucking. They wrote books about him. He's famous.
Are you making that up?
No, it's a real dude.
Okay.
Hold on a second. There's no way we're ending this show without me looking this shit up.
Arthur Conan Doyle wrote a book about his friend Sherlock Holmes, who solved mysteries and had a fucking partner named Watson. Come on.
Based on a man named Dr. Joseph Bell.
See? That's my point.
Which is a forensic scientist that Arthur Conan Doyle studied under. Which, by the way, you could have done Dr. Joseph Bell. Leave me when I say I would like to go outside.
All right, Ben, do you have 17 that we can end on?
No, I just have 4 entries today. One of them is the weekday, which is the weekend, but nobody knows really what day or time it is anymore.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. I didn't know it wouldn't be a laugher, but it was one that Steve would appreciate. And then I also would like to enter David Copperfield, Rush, Limbaugh, and Donald Trump. Those are just celebrities I would love to keep in quarantine.
By the way, I do have
you hate David Copperfield as much as you hate Rush Limbaugh and Donald Trump. That's such a weweird person to hate.
Well, I don't need the competition with magic, do I, little hand? I
don't think so. Yeah. By the way, I do want to suggest for the fans for the overnight game, based on a line that Eddie said, which was Old Cella, which I just thought that was so fucking funny. I think Old a music festival would be awesome as a fun game as well. You know, like Lollapalooza. Anyway.
Like what a palooza?
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza? Oh, Papa?
Lollapapa.
Papa.
Lollapapa,
like a grandfather?
Like an old grandfather.
Okay, well, a lot of people refer to actual fathers as Papa, and I was confused by it. I call
still
my father
older.
Papa.
So like me.
And how old is your father? How old is your father?
Mama Roo, maybe. All right.
35.
Yeah, your father's 35. Yeah.
Steve, let me just say, you're under my complete control. Yeah, you're under my complete control.
Where'd I get an arm? That's so weird. Oh, that's his finger. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Here. Okay, now go for it.
Can we just end this? What
No.
is happening? Stop it. Everyone's.
All right. Rachel, did we catch up yet?
Yep, we're all caught up.
All right, cool. So let's do some plugs. Comedians, what you got going on? Eddie Ifft.
Eddie Ifft. Where do we find you?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I'm just busy.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Where did you get that picture of Ben?
Hold on, guys. I'll be with you in a second. Let him finish.
Stop it.
All right.
Man.
Jen Murphy, where anything you wanna plug?
I have 2 albums on iTunes if you want to go purchase them and support me, but I already appreciate the Venmo stuff, so thank you so much.
How do we find them? What are they called? Give us your 2 album titles.
Size Does Matter and Orally Challenged.
And I also love that even though Eddie didn't have anything to plug, somehow he still got a plug in, didn't he?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll be here all the next 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. I'll be here the next 6 weeks to 8 months. We're not quite sure.
Yes.
So,
Jade, how do we find you, Jade?
Oh God, that last comment. Oh my God. I'm sweating a little bit. Oh God. Yeah, I guess right now the season finale of just aired, but you can catch The Magicians on either Netflix or iTunes or on the Sci-Fi app. And Brittany Curran and I, one of the stars of The Magicians, are doing a rewatch party every Wednesday night. So you can catch us doing that. And we're going to be doing episode 5 of The Magicians tomorrow night. So yeah, 7 p.m. Pacific.
Love you.
Awesome.
Love you.
Game.
Yes. Thank you for
Hours. You wanna plug anything?
Yeah. You can find me tonight at the Nowhere Comedy Club, opening for Corey Michaelis, who's on the show this last week. I'm open for him, so check that out, nowherecomedyclub.com. And then I'm also doing my own Nowhere Comedy Club show May 10th, next Sunday at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Buy your tickets, nowherecomedyclub.com, and come check that out. So that'll be fun. Steve, what you got rolling?
Well, I am doing my Nowhere Comedy Club shows on the 15th and 16th of the month, my full set. I also do the Ask Us Anything show every Saturday, so you can check that out if you'd like. And what's cool, we don't have it up on the site yet, but we're talking to Jamie Kennedy about doing his own show there as well. So our pool correspondent, turns out, does stand-up also. Isn't that cool? So check all that stuff out, nowherecomedyclub.com. We're adding new and awesome comics every single day. So check out some shows. And with that, apparently this is how we're going to end.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here with us. It has been really quite another episode. I would say of all the episodes, this has been one of them, and it's been great. And I wanted to let you guys know you can see my old web series, Cinedopes, about the first movie theater to sell weed, on here on the YouTube if you're watching here. You can also see any of my improvised hour-long shows on YouTube as well. I did in 8 cities. Or catch me and Greg Proops doing a fully improvised show this on May 12th, on this May 12th, and at Nowhere Comedy Club. Thank you for being with us. Don't worry about me. I've got my little stapler, so I'm going to be fine. And thank you for making this show a little staple in your lives. Huh?
Oh, that was I like that, Ben. That was nice. I like that.
Thank you so much. And now we are going to start prepping for tomorrow's show. Thank you for being with us, you guys, and I will be better next time. This was not my best, but I'll tell you this much. It's okay to sometimes have an off day among members only.